And welcome back, everyone, to GSA's 16-star league. I am Electric, and here with Pity, we've got BES's own Paracusia versus Weegee14. How are you doing, Pity?
I'm pretty good. Ready for a pretty good match. Weegee, kind of a legend. Just got really close to the Super Mario Sunshine record the other day, so maybe he's not in the best form for Super Mario 64, but he does have a pretty amazing PB. He's in the top 10 for this category. Got the mid 48 Paracusia with the 49 flat. So I'm expecting some top tier gameplay here, and I think that it'll probably be pretty close.
Absolutely. And I mean, both of these guys, I don't think I've seen them predominantly run 16-star. I think Weegee does have a slight edge just with the amount of time he's run the category, but
Yeah.
Paracusia has shown himself to be a true fighter in no matter what category he's going in.
Yeah, I think Paracusia, maybe a little bit less familiar with this category, but I think that, the caliber of players like very, very close.
Oh,
Luigi
without a doubt.
definitely has the edge here. He has he had the world record, lost it to Aki. Definitely still has the potential to take it back. Paracusia, I think he actually started with 16 star when he first started playing the game, so I think that he has a good like anchor here in 16 star as a category.
And one of his biggest categories so far has been 120 stars. So that definitely gives him a little bit of comfortability with a lot of the stars, except for some of the changes he's going to have to make in the basement for speed purposes. And so we see
Yeah.
Weegee setting up his file select right now. Paracusia going to be soon to follow, of course. And we'll be able to get this baby rolling. Now, are you thinking this is going to be a shootout, or are you thinking we're going to have to take it to the third race today?
I think that it's definitely the ball's in Weegee's court with 16 star, but it's such a volatile category. You never know who's gonna win. The lobby backwards long jump into Dark World can be pretty spicy, pretty saucy. Even the best players fail that. So, one fail there for Weegee and Paracusia is in, and then I mean, Paracusia is already within the margin very, very easily there. There's the backwards long jumps through the 50-star door and into Bowser in the sky. That's another big deal. Fire Sea cycle. That's a big deal. I don't know. There's a lot going on here. We'll see. We'll see what they've got. I think that it's all about whether or not Weegee can hold on to some consistency here and keep Para locked down.
Yep, and both these guys are exiting their pipes, going ahead and clearing away those text boxes about this newfangled 3D technology or whatever. Getting that first trick, Lakitu skip, a lot more important in 16 star where you've only got about 16, 17 minutes in order to actually get to the end.
Yes,
So we're
that's
going to
true.
see both of their LBLJs real quick.
Ooh, instant long jump for Weegee. That is gonna nail or land him about a second. And Paracusa having a little bit of trouble sticking there in Weegee with a 1 second advantage. Both players on Japanese. That is the fastest version here.
Yep, English is really only the fastest for 70 star, and for a category like 16 star, you really it's not the stars themselves that matter, like the unboxed star in JRB, but it's really more so the text that matters a lot. And really
Um,
clean from both of these guys so far. Look like both of them still on good path for Shig Cycle.
yeah, we're looking pretty solid. Look at all that time Weegee has to
Oh,
wait.
but then Weegee taking
No.
a dive. Why?
Yeah.
Why even take that dive? I mean, the kick
Well,
there isn't that much slower.
no, he wanted to kick. He wanted to kick, but he had too much speed.
Oh, that's
What you have to do is you have to like flick back your stick to cause the kick, but Weegee wasn't able to do that. A dive there is actually, even if you made it across with a dive, it'd be slow because Mario would have to get up afterwards.
right, but at least it wouldn't result in a death while we see Paracusia just going right in for that first Bowser fight. So for those like commentator who has not played the game in a little while, the difference between a kick and a dive is just speed. There's no button combination. Like you said, you can flick the stick backward in order to try to change the speed yourself, but
Weegee
ooh, and
was
missing that
going.
red there, that's not good.
Oh, and
Just
again,
hemorrhaging time right now.
probably like 2 or 3 cycles gone. Paracusia full Bowser fight up. I'd say that his lead is, I don't know, at least like 45 seconds already. Things not looking too hot for Weegee. If Paracusia can play, you know, with his game plan here, he should be able to sink game 1.
Pretty easily, yeah. And I mean, especially with the mistake like that occurring so early in this run, Weegee's probably going to be looking at a game 2 and 3 win if he's going to be looking at winning this match. So.
Oh, Weegee misses the first throw too. Wow, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of damage. Paracusia going for Canalus. He missed this in his race against Cheese.
Oh, and he missed it again here too. That looked a bit too far away, honestly. I mean, that texture setup.
Well, yeah.
The texture setup can just be kind of hard to do, and it looked like he was kind of debating trying to go for 100 coin there. Some kind of confusion there as to what exactly to do for some reason.
The thing is, like, Paracusia in his race yesterday, he actually went for texture setup after failing the regular setup and then got it. So I think that maybe he's going through a crisis over like which method he wants to throw down in races.
Probably, you know, the tried and true sock folder giving you any sort of feedback like that is bound to make anyone question their sanity. I mean, that's why the setup was so useful when it was first found. It was just
bad angle.
Having to restart that, but let's see how he plans on tackling this. Yeah, just consistency right there. I mean, it's all about that punch moving you forward, that specific number of pixels, that flip moving you back. Just everything works together very well to make sure that you get that start as consistently as possible. And when it doesn't work, I can see that throwing anyone into thinking, maybe I should do something else just for the sake of it. Paracusia with that really nice owlets right there.
Yeah, and he has that 2-star lead and 16-star. That's a huge deal. I'm thinking Weegee's head just might be a little bit too in Sunshine at this point. I think that it'll really be on him to have his engine started after this first race, but I think at this point, Paracusia is just too surgical in his approach to the game, and Weegee looking a little bit rusty.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. Weegee's suffering from some kind of heat stroke from just staying out in that Isle Delphina sun too long. I mean, when you got a game that starts with a 10-minute cutscene as opposed to a 1-minute cutscene, that gets to you after a little while. And you can see the effects of that on Weegee. And meanwhile, Paracusia, see, this is why you just play Mario 64. Kids, don't do Sunshine. Look at Para right here with that perfect homoplas, that just beautiful smirk on Mario's face as he gets out of that pyramid. But where's Weegee just entering that pyramid himself?
Well, I don't know. Sunshine's pretty cool. I've been watching Giratina Jumps, Super Mario 64 runner, also known as Carlos. He's been doing some fast 80% for Sunshine, and I think that's a pretty cool category. Paracusia doing the left side pillar strat for the Talon, but, you know, hitting the Fly Guy pretty low, so a little bit slow on the ending, but still pretty good.
He's got the time to lose, honestly. And I mean, Sunshine's not a bad speed game. It's just, you got to take it in moderation, see? You don't want to take too much at once, otherwise you see what happened to Weegee up ahead here.
I don't know, man. He's pretty close to that world record. It'd be pretty hype. Might hurt him in his league standings here in 70 and 16, but maybe it's worth it. I don't know.
To take it from Nindide, I'd say it's worth it.
Sunshine League in the future, perhaps. Speedrun Think emoji as well, if you're poverty. Speedrun Think. And Weegee with an interesting half circle approach on the pyramid. Wasn't able to, you know, get the right angles there with his bomb, but very nice adjustment.
And Para with that beautiful triple jump wall kick for that log rolling kick star. Normally in like 70, of course, we're used to seeing the wing cap strat for that, but that triple jump, you don't see that, I don't think, outside of 16 star, but it's just a wild strat to go for.
No, you don't see it out at 16, but it's actually only a couple seconds slower, which you wouldn't think that, you know, it would only lose that much time without the wing cap, but pretty fast star.
I think it's really the setup, your ability to get over to that ramp consistently at that angle. And Para looks like he's going to be leaving Lava Boost for a bit later.
No Lava Boost. For 16 star, you have some stars that you can substitute in and out, and Elevator Tour would be the star that you do if you either don't want to do Pillarless or you don't want to do Lava Boost.
Ah, I see. Just losing a couple of seconds here and there.
Yep, it's not much time. You can get a nice solid 19-second elevator tour, so
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty good.
that's the thing. Like with 70, you have this pretty big difference between your longest and shortest stars, but there are enough just really short stars in the game, and especially in the basement, that 16 star is just a bop.
Very nice triple jump wall kick from Weegee, looking very comfy here with the 16-star strat. But it might be a little bit too little too late. Paracusia is just looking pretty fresh right now. He's in Lethal Lava Land. He has a very solid lead.
He's just charging right ahead. Beautiful dive movement on those reds.
Honestly, even if Weegee were in top 4 and Paracusia is still not to be trifled with, not to be slept on. The man's hot. The man's hot at Mario.
Oh, and Weegee just barely missing that lava boost. Oh my god.
Grabs enough health just to get on the elevator here, but he's dead. Oh wait, he barely gets back on land. Is he just gonna head all the way up? No, he's just gonna boost back onto the elevator here.
He's forcing it to work.
One slice of pie. What's the flame shooter cycle gonna be like? Weegee, he thought about waiting, but then he decided not to. There we go. But Paracusia is gonna be up 2 stars.
Yeah, I mean, that, if anything in this run sealed the death knell for Weegee, it was either that dive in Dark World or, in this case, just missing that lava boost and having such a terrible time of getting up. I was thinking to myself, I was about to say they were both caused by dives, but it wasn't in this case. I don't really know what went wrong with... I seem to kind of feel as if as soon as that first jump went off, he wasn't quite high enough for that lava boost, but... I don't know. Do you kind of see anything that you think made it go all wrong?
Oh, I forget. The problem was he hit the lava too early. I'm pretty sure. So his jump was like just not good. I don't know. I wasn't looking to dissect. I got kind of caught up in the whole burning his bottom part.
The understandable thing to get caught up in. I mean, I feel like I should have been caught up in that too. Commentator has some interesting priorities.
Paracusia last star here in Hazy Maze Cave. Weegee, nice triple box jump, but it might be too little too late here. Paracusia doing the wall kick there and then long jump to the star. It is, ideally a little bit faster in RTA to do that.
Pulling out all the stops, it seems. Now he's unlocked MIPS. Let's see how this MIPS grab goes, and then it's just straight go time with those 2 Bowser levels redless.
Ooh, Paracusia with the punch grab. Very smooth. He's kind of looking like a 16-star specialist, but we all know he isn't. He's just too good at the game. Let's see if Weegee can, close out HMC and keep Paracusia honest here.
Look at that beautiful... Oh my god, both those MIPS clips were just beautiful. Aside from getting the insta-clip on the Fire Sea door, I don't see how he could have improved that.
Yeah, Weegee might be able to save quite a bit of time with the glitchy wall kick in, but Paracusia's margin is so good right now that small time saves like that will not bring him the win.
Yeah, there's no reason to deal with that sort of stuff and violate your lead. You're already... I would wager to say minutes ahead. Or at least 1 minute ahead.
He's almost about a minute ahead, I'd say. That seems about right.
It's worth noting that it's slightly hard to see Weegee's star count under the Discord icons that show who's in the voice chat.
He has 15. Punch grab for Weegee.
That's what I was thinking after I said it. I was like, wait, it's not a minute. I know it's not. And Fuchsia has his 16 stars, so now it's... Honestly, I just love this movement through Fire Sea. You don't get to see it outside of this and, of course, the 0 and 1 star categories, but it's just so clean.
Paracusia lining up cold glitch. No go. So Paracusia is going to be missing the early cycle. This is actually quite a bit of time save for Weegee if he can nail it.
Now, how precise is that pull glitch? I've seen it done pretty reliably by a couple of runners, but...
It's not too bad. It's definitely consistent if you know how to do it. I actually, like, the first time I tried to do Fire Sea with Cold Glitch, I actually got it. So it made me think that it was a joke, but then I did it another few times. I was like, okay, there's something to this. But
It's this long jump movement over here that really gets me about this level. Like,
Weegee failing front sub.
I mean,
Rip.
something that's easy to line up, easy to perform, but still, I just love that you're able to long jump along those rails there. And Weegee missing the star and having to just eat that lag from that sub.
Yeah,
Oh,
not the
man.
best front sub. Oh, someone's calling me on my phone. Sorry. Commentator not muting his ringer.
Now, chat, it's time to go ahead and play a game of guess what Pity's ringtone was.
There's no way they'll know from that part. Okay, Weegee also misses pole glitch. He might barely make the cycle. No, definitely not now. Definitely not.
Yeah, with that weird movement, there's no way.
So no time save for Weegee.
And getting bullied to boot there, I mean, if there was any remote glimmer of a shard of hope, it's gone now. And Parrot making his way upstairs at least.
Paracusia, he could miss the BLJs, he could miss some throws, miss triple jump, wall kick, and bits. It's definitely never over in 16 star until Bowser's dead. Well, really in any Mario Run, it's never over until he's dead, but I mean, it is on Paracusia to screw up quite a bit, though.
And that is kind of what we might be seeing, failing that first attempt.
Oh, no, he's in.
Oh, yeah. just needs that second attempt there.
Way easier than the first BLJ.
It's really like just lined up well enough to like, because I mean, on the infinite staircase, it's so much easier to do the BLJs since you have so much time to get that traction. But with the 50-star gourd, they give you just enough length to make it a bit easier.
Oh, Paracusia trying to use his speed to get up to the chimney there at the top when he dropped his BLJ. He also dropped that one early because he was worried about wet dry world, I think. If you're angled too far towards the left side of the area and you try to BLJ, you'll go right into wet dry world.
Yeah, I think we've actually seen that in a couple of races a while back, haven't we?
Yeah, we've seen wet dry world happen at least once on GSA.
Yeah, that's something you never want to see. As soon as you hear that like shring noise of you going into the painting, it's all over. You're just like, wait, what did I just do?
Paracusia ground pound, interesting strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him.
And it does not.
Definitely not.
Drastic fall throughout the level, and Weegee gonna be joining him in bits. Not quite as much of a lead as I personally thought it was.
It was quite a big lead until the failed BLJs for Paracusia. Okay, he's still very solid. He has at least a 30-second lead still.
Yeah, and I mean, by going into that pipe, it's just going to be him getting bad throws that would really drop this race from being in his favor.
Well, Weegee's going for mono cycle. Very, very smooth triple jump dive. Weegee's looking super hot here in Sky, and just as I say that, loses all his speed on that ramp. And Paracusia one throw to win.
But moving right side from Weegee, not sure why he decided to try to go for that. I mean, unless he just wanted to find out.
16. It's pretty standard in 16. To be fair, I understand that. He's just maybe a little bit too rusty. Not moving left. Okay, very nice from Weegee.
You gotta go with what you know. And Para sealing the deal with that 1647.
Yep. And Weegee knowing it's over. Paracusia getting that point off of Weegee. You know, he is seeded one of the highest players here in the league. This is a good start for Paracusia.
Without a doubt. And I mean, it's still not quite over for Weegee. If he can get his head screwed on right, if this was just kind of a warm-up round for him, we could see him really snap back this next time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that you know, Weegee, more of a race 2 kind of guy here. We'll see how it goes down. That Dark World death was really the big difference here in this race. If the Dark World death hadn't happened, then this whole race would have been really close the whole way.
Oh, No doubt. I mean, they were both kind of matching minor mistakes after that point. Weegee did take, I think, a couple more in Womps just because of that. I'm assuming initial frazzledness, but after that, I mean, it was really kind of tit for tat.
We're back here in the intro.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a whole lot to say. You know, we've had Peach tell us about this cake that she's baked so many times, and at this point, being what 24 years after 1996, I think that cake's pretty stale.
I don't know. I feel like she makes it fresh for you every run.
You think so? Kind of gets into that existential question of like, in every run and in every level, is it the exact same Mario, or is it just like one of an infinite number of digital clones that just kind of gets plucked out of a like little amusement crane
Well,
every
this
time you
game
start
has
a run?
parallel universes, so I'm gonna have to go with it's a different Mario every run.
That makes a lot of sense. Compelling argument.
All right, Weegee instant long jump again. He has the advantage here. Oh, and Paracusia door open. He is way behind now. We're seeing an opposite start to last time. Weegee probably gonna nail Dark World. I don't expect him to fail the kick to the cheese block a second time.
I honestly wouldn't put it past him to go for the cheese block red first just because of that, but I could also, I mean, it's not one that when you're focusing on that specific jump, it's a lot easier to make sure that you're good.
Paracusia cannot get started here. I think probably we're going to be seeing game 2 to Weegee if you know the start is any indication of the ending, which it really isn't. But I feel like it'll probably come down to a game 3 showdown here to gain the bonus points for winning 2 out of 3.
And you know, that's really, I'm thinking where this is going to head to, because it's an entire Dark World that Weegee's got over him. And you know, I've always felt like, and especially for this category, Dark World is your longer of your 3 Bowser worlds for this category because of the reds in particular.
Weegee has crashed in the lead.
What?
After entering Bowser, this is weird. I think that we're probably gonna have to go for a restart.
Yeah.
And this is a big deal for Paracusia because he was way behind, and having a fresh start is really good.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Paracusia, or sorry, for Weegee, because I mean it's it's kind of funny though how something that happens on Weegee's end like that can be so beneficial for Paracusia unintentionally.
So, Paracusia could have just been like, nah, I'll take the win, but, you know, he plays with honor, plays with integrity, a lot of good emotions, and respect for each other these runners have, so a very good call. We're just gonna get restarted here. Get ready for game 3, but it's actually game 2.
Oh boy, and I can hear those kind of same arguments going on in chat. As do you remember during the finals of a couple of our leagues with losers brackets, it was like constant, like, wait, why are they going to a game 3? Why does Punk have to lose twice? All this stuff. And so I wonder how many people in chat are just going to be like, game 3/2. Interesting. And they're off yet again. Now, I wonder what caused that crash. If it was like Weegee leaving the game chart plugged in, or just some sort of issue with like hitting something on the floor by accident.
It might have come from his controller plugin. If he switched to Hori when he went into the Bowser fight and he bumped his console, that's what could have happened.
And I forget that a lot of runners do that if they decide to run on N64 controller, because those spins can be so wearing on that stick. Although that is kind of interesting to me, switching to a Hori just for the Bowser fight and sticking with N64 for the rest.
It's because of the way the stick is designed for N64 controller. It's a plastic stick on a plastic bowl. So as you move the stick, it causes friction, and friction causes heat, which grinds the plastic away and degrades it. So you don't want to use it for spinning motions.
Well, right. I'm just saying, like, going through all the effort of getting a Hori just to use it for that one thing instead of the whole run.
I mean,
But
it's the big deal. It's the controller's how you interact with the game. It's kind of like a sword if you're like a knight in medieval times, or like a gun if you're like a cowboy. You know,
this
it's
is,
your tool.
I mean, that's true, and it is definitely a
Paracusia.
situation without a one size fits all. And Paracusia just repeating last time.
Yeah,
It's a pretty comical movement, though, going back into the castle from outside like that. Camera definitely does not quite know how to respond. And
all right,
he's through
Paracusia's
this
in.
time.
Yeah,
So,
second try.
a lot more fair of a comparison, I would say, overall, as compared to that game one.
Oh yeah, Paracusia is definitely netting himself a good little time save here. Now that everything's been remade and they're both in Dark World, a lot closer here.
And Weegee with that just beautiful cycle going through. Para right on his heels, though. Neither of them making any significant mistakes to start this out.
Beautiful double firsties from Weegee. Hopefully, his N64 can keep it together here in Bowser.
Yeah, got to be real careful, surgically replacing that controller, and no crash. So then we get that Sans Undertale text box from who is very obviously Sans with skin on Bowser. And so Weegee getting that closing dialogue box as Para gets his star fade out. So we've definitely got ourselves a much tighter race at this time than last. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're only about a Bowser fight behind on the left for Paracusia. Weegee definitely with the edge right now. He is also faster, so you're gonna have to count on some Weegee mistakes for Paracusia to catch up. But he hasn't really been looking too solid everywhere. I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw Paracusia catch him, but we'll see what Weegee's got here in race 2. I mean, race 3.
I mean, both of these guys have the capability to totally clinch race 2. I mean 3. So it's really just going to be about who ends up making those traditional race 2 parentheses 3 mistakes.
Oh,
And
Weegee
right here with one of those mistakes, failing that Alice. So that's
nope. That's a first frame wall kick and a bonk into the stairs.
Which, if anyone was ever curious about how different the momentum off of Firsty was,
Weegee can't get in. Paracusia should have the edge now.
Yep, he's up. He's a star up, so he's definitely in the lead. Alice being, I think, a tad longer, but even so, I mean, at this rate, having to do 4 tries, I think that's insane. I mean, seeing just how far away Mario was off that second attempt, you can see there why both firsties are so undesired in a number of situations and why they're required in a couple of different ones like Island Pop. It's just because of how different their momentum is.
Yeah, there is a way to do Alice with a first frame wall kick, but not many people do it. Simply mainly reps it. I'm just not a fan of how you have to approach the cage for it. Everyone's kind of got their method for how they get in, so. Paracusia, though, he's in Womps, getting his last star. Weegee right behind him. Looked good on Canalus here in the second race, no fail. Weegee a little bit low on the tree.
I love when you're doing Into the Wild Blue as a standalone, you're able to do that slide right at the end there, just because you know exactly where you are in relation to the star. It's a really consistent setup, as opposed to if you're failing canonless. It's about the same going over there, but you have a lot less time to be able to actually line up that slide. And so I don't know. It seems it's such a minor optimization, but it's so swaggy to me personally.
What slide? Are we talking about the slide kick into the star?
Yeah, it's so minor. It's like nothing, but I don't know. It just looks cool to me.
You can also like dive into the star as well.
The commentator just easily impressed overall, but that dive movement, that'd be pretty interesting, I would think. Wonder.
Okay, Paracusia Tama.
It's just clean as a whistle every single time. I don't know how he does it. And Weegee just not liking his bomb. Oh boy. So you kind of get to see here side by side how you want what drive roll to start, or sorry, how you want SSL to start and how you don't want it to start.
Paracusia's going for the left side. Talon Star again. This is much, much better. He's way higher here after the Shy Guy bounce. So he's going to be saving that full time.
If you kind of imagine the arc that he took through the air is a lot more rounded around the pyramid. Before he went out really far towards that fourth pillar and had to like kind of swing back in to actually get to the ramp for the star.
Weegee having to go all the way to the back up here for Talon. And taking fall damage too, going for the star. Paracusia getting even more of a lead here.
Yeah, chat commenting that maybe Weegee's getting confused at the lack of a hover nozzle.
That's possible.
I mean, definitely a hover to win game. That is for sure.
They have shines there where they don't have hover nozzle though. The like secret ones.
Yeah,
Ooh, Weegee, not the best angle there from pillarless.
Just that real angry pause. That is.
And
meanwhile, Paracusia failing his triple jump there. Ooh, and something weird happening with I think Weegee may have either had a stream issue or just total actual reset again. Open. Weegee looks like actually conceding the match.
Yeah, it seems to be that Weegee is not feeling it today. Rip. So Paracusia though, with the upset, the 3-0, I guess, because that would mean that Weegee would forfeit out of game 2 and game 3.
Yeah, not only game 2-3, game truly 3. So that's 3-0 for Para. Kind of an interesting result if that's actually how that gets recorded on the score table. But Para looks like he's at least playing out the run, or at least playing out LLL. So
thank you, Nayroots, for the 30 bits.
Let's see what the ruling is from upstairs. Yep.
So
And
Para's gonna finish this one, and then he's just gonna take all the points for free.
yeah, and with the league standings in particular, that's what makes this so significant that Weegee's just kind of dropping out here.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Weegee's head just isn't in the game for Super Mario 64 right now. You know, he's been working on that Sunshine. I'm sure that it's pretty frustrating being, you know, world caliber in a category, and then you come back and you're rusty and you just can't perform with your hands the way that your mind perceives the game.
It's got to be the case, and I mean, it's rough to see, but it's something you have to deal with when you want to run two games that are both really great in their own right, but just have so many differences in their mechanics. You know, it's really hard to just. I've seen the same thing with people going from Odyssey to SM64 and vice versa. It's like you start going through Lethal Lava Land, like, why can't I throw Cappy here? Oh wait, and vice versa. You start wondering, why can't I kick in midair in order to, or just whatever it happens to be. But Para moving into HMC, so we've got a pretty hot run on our hands. Taking that one death in LLL, but overall, really clean exit, and that can't be understated. Even though Para's walking away with effectively a bye with this, I mean, his gameplay has been top notch today.
It's been pretty good, definitely. Weegee would have had to have been playing, you know, a great deal more on point if he wanted to take this at least 2 games from Paracusia here.
And so let's see how that Boulder RNG goes. Not getting Toast Ridered at all. Just beautiful. That's what you want to see. And so going to be talking to Toad and going in for his last star before the Rabbit.
Are there penalties for rage quitting other than just losing the match? I know that basically if you did it in 70 star, you would give up any points. I know that we do have penalties for that. I'm pretty sure that we have penalties for 16 star, though I don't know the details. Commentator not quite educated. Gonna have to ask the back.
Yeah, if I had to imagine how with the league setting, it's just causing. I mean, if he had lost this race too, he would have had the opportunity to still potentially gain a point, even though this race was a loss, and he just doesn't have that opportunity anymore.
I can actually look up the points thing. I'm gonna do some research here.
We can hear that Hackerman keyboard in the background, you know,
Yeah,
typing in Twitch chat. He's hacking into the White House while Pear is going to be hacking his way through a couple of doors here.
Let's see here.
And so Pear, we see now, this is how you truly hack, folks. In movies and such, you see people using a keyboard. You just need a rabbit. You just need an angry, sarcastic little rabbit. And he clean entry through both, not bothering with the glitchy wall kick instant entry on the fire sea door, but he's in there, man. He's hacked. Also, chat, this commentator is uneducated in a different way that he needs your help with. I seem to remember there being a Peepo Comfy emote, but I can't find it under any name that I try to use. So if you could kindly direct the commentator to the Peepo Comfy blanket emote, that would be very much appreciated.
Here we go. Okay. Almost there.
Just like Hera is almost into Fire Seed now. And so let's see what kind of cycle taking a ground pound right at the start. You know, we'll just claim that that's some sort of lineup for the pole glitch that he's trying to go for here, and getting it this time around. So if you've never seen a run before, that is the pole glitch where you get the game to think Mario should be grabbing onto the pole from the underside like that, and it freaks out and just puts him on top of it. And just beautiful movement throughout here, getting that early cycle. So we're going to be seeing this is what a Fire Sea should look like. And of course, just to top it all off, the single burn. Wow, Para.
All right. So if you forfeit, you basically give a free 4-0 to your opponent, and you also lose 1 point. So if you had like 100 points before, you would have 99 points. And then if you don't show up for your race, you lose 2 points, and you give up a 4-0 as well. So, you know, definitely will be, hard for Weegee to come back from such a deficit early. But, I mean, he's fully capable, I know it, of getting still into the top 8, making bracket for the 16-star league. And we'll just have to wait and see what he's got in the coming weeks. But Paracusia off to a perfect start here.
Yep, and I mean, it's not something you want to see a runner forfeiting like this, but the good news is we're going to be seeing Para and his obvious skill that he's demonstrated today being able to more than likely continue on into the later league. So pretty exciting stuff. And let's see also how Para manages these last couple of BLJs. Could snag himself a really nice low 16 if everything goes in his favor. Commentator speaking just a little bit too soon, it looks like.
Paracusia's gonna have to go pretty fast if he wants a 16. It's practically a minute and a half from upstairs, to completely destroying Bowser. I think at this point it's actually not possible to 16, but it's possible to 4-0.
Finally making his way through, and he's going to be hacking the biggest door of all, Fort Knox right here. Get ready, people, to see this just get obliterated. Gonna have to do a couple of hack flips to preview the actual hacking.
Wow. Are you implying that perhaps Paracusia is a hacker?
Look, I'm not saying anything for certain, but I feel like you give a man a controller and he can press those buttons in just the right way and do literally anything, like we see right here. I mean, a controller and a keyboard both just have buttons. Why can't they both be used to hack? Answer me that.
Actually, that'd be. I wonder if there's some like really weird hacker who uses an N64 controller. Oh, Paracusia, interesting elevator movement. Probably not gonna help him out here. Might want to just get on the elevator at this point.
Just not knowing his cycles properly.
Yeah, getting on the elevator again, the hardest part is actually just like not bumping into the elevator with your head.
And saving that moving right. It's about to be bad, but no significant falls other than that elevator. I mean, that's good to see people not having to go down below the checkerboard staircase.
Okay, Paracusia, yeah, he's losing some elevator cycles. He's been having trouble with them today. Wow, both those Goombas were in the way. He couldn't, like, juke through the middle or risk getting hit.
All right, and he's going in for his 3 throws. I want to see some speedrun S's. Just, if you happen to have the Bowser Monka S, I want to see some of those in the chat for our big guy right here. And a 1. He's donezo.
That's going to be a miss. Paracusia rage pausing, you know, adding more time to the commentary, just wants more of us on stream. I can respect it.
And meanwhile, someone in chat confirming the emote is in fact called Peepo Comfy Blanket. I don't know why I thought it wasn't. I think I even said that name exactly. And there it is. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Mario doesn't have to look at his 3rd hit on Bowser. Beautiful camera going back and forth all the way around.
All right, so let's see if we can get Paracusia in here for an interview. That technically was game 3, so taking it 3-0. Oh wow, those IROC emotes are pretty good. I didn't know that Paracusia had those. Are those new?
Must be. I don't think I've seen them either.
Hey, Para, congrats on your wins, bub. 4-0 over Weegee. That's a pretty strong start to the league. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah, not too bad, I guess. It sucks that he quit, but, you know, what can you do?
Yeah, circumstances. I'm sure, like, most speedrunners would understand. Like, I'm pretty sure his head is just in sunshine right now. And then coming back to your category feeling rusty is, you know, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah,
you still...
I played, yeah, it wasn't too bad. The first race was pretty good, actually. 16 isn't that bad of a race time.
Yeah. I guess, like, your start to the 16 stars is a lot more solid than the 70 star taking down Weegee. I know you had the loss the other day, but honestly, I think I would more... if someone were to ask me if Paracusia would, you know, top 1 division between 70 and 16, what would it be? I would say 70, but now I might be thinking differently now. I think you might, you know, you still have a great chance in 70 star, but I mean, this is a pretty strong start. So
yeah,
your eyes on
16 is too short for me to tilt so badly that I just like lose minutes.
Okay.
So it's probably a better race category for me.
For your play style, right? You like the high octane, the momentum.
Yeah, well, I don't really like both of the categories, but you know.
Okay, a little bit of category shade thrown. 120 star league when?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Maybe one day. But any last thoughts from you, Paracusia, on the race on 16 star?
No, other than like I love Benny, and that's it.
Okay. I think everyone in here loves Benny. Smiley face in chat for Benny. Any words from you, Electric?
Not really, other than just to wonder, when is Punkation going to be unbanned?
He's unbanned from my chat. I'm banned from his chat.
Oh, okay, that's how it is right now. Okay, it's hard to keep track, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, good to know, and thanks again, both for completing that second race and just for joining this race in general. GG's to both you and Weegee. Kind of sad that he wasn't feeling it today, but there will definitely be more in the future. And congrats on your points, sir.
Thanks.
Yep. Congrats, Para. See you again for 70 stars soon.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.